What is going on? Okay. Like decided it wasn't gonna work for a
Half the
second.
video start. What's going on?
Today is such a weird video. Or such
A weird video.
It's such a weird day. Like what are you doing?
What the heck is going on? I don't think I'm playing basketball anymore.
Why?
I decided last night that I'm getting old and my body hurts. Like my knees, they just give out one day.
That's what happened to mine.
But I think I'll just go until they give out.
All right, these say to decide whether each relation defines a function. So you can either look at it and say, do any x values get repeated? And say yes or no. Or you can draw out a mapping diagram, or you can plot all the points. Which one do you want to do?
Mapping diagram, but I don't understand how he already knows it's a function.
Because if any x value is repeated, it's not a function. So 8, 5, 9, 3.
Can we just say it's a function then? Or we have to show her? Okay, we're going to do mapping diagram.
I would just say, if you're going to do it that way, you can say it's a function, and you can say no x values are repeated. Huh? As long as you do something to tell me why you said, don't just say function or not a function. So I'll just go ahead and do a mapping diagram just so you can see it. But you would have input, output, 8, 5, 9, 3, 0, 7, 3, 8. And then 8 goes to 0, 5 goes to 7, 9 goes to 3.
Thank you.
3 goes to 8. Nothing's repeated. So it's a function. So. Nope.
No, we use standardized tests only until 10th grade.
He's mind blowing back there.
You don't take SOE?
No, but you mandatory exams at the end of each semester.
Oh, so you got like finals and stuff like that?
Yeah,
You have exams before Christmas and you have exams at the end of the year.
Oh, so that semester is
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
But
it's not a standardized test of, like, I don't have to teach to a test. Like, I would be teaching to my own test, not to some test that I've never seen in my life.
Isn't this technically a senior class too? So if like we get an A in it, we don't have to take the exam.
That's only for seniors.
Yeah, that's technically only for seniors, but
But he'll get it for forensics. If you get an A in forensics.
Yeah, because I know some classes it's like technically.
if I just didn't ask, it'd probably be okay, but I also don't want to get chewed out, so.
What?
Joelle is gonna be the only. Wait, he's gonna be the only one in stats next semester, isn't he?
I don't know. She's still debating what she's doing, I think.
Oh, thought she was doing dual.
Does that mean I'm going to take the class with you?
Absolutely.
What?
Does that mean I don't take the class anymore?
Stats?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
But
She's dropping it to take it online through an actual college to guarantee she gets a college credit.
yeah, okay. Oh man, this is a long day.
I just feel
But you
so
have to decide in
weird.
the next, 2.5 weeks if you're taking the AP exam or not.
Miss Patton made us decide like right at the beginning.
Yeah,
Well-
she basically said it's stupid if you don't try.
Well, she said, why are
It
you?
kinda is for
She said,
English.
why are you in that?
For
class?
English, definitely. For,
So
I mean,
stupid.
She said, why are
For
you?
math,
in
it's
class if
unless
you're
you're
not
taking
gonna
a
take
dual
the AP?
enrollment, then you should take the exam. That's so dumb to go all the way to the end of the year and not do either of them.
Can't believe y'all don't decide for AP.
AP, I love AP.
I think it's stupid.
I like English.
Okay,
that's why I
so
did it.
it could not be a function because x is repeated.
okay, so we have
9 and
x being
9.
repeated, so it is not a function.
English is better than
X
I like
value
English.
repeated.
It is. Are you in honors English or regular?
honors. I'm going honors all day.
Well, senior year, there's only AP or regular.
I'm taking regular.
Miss Patton's nicer in AP, but it's like
AP's, well,
Are
my
you
opinion
sure?
is that AP's easier.
What? That makes no sense.
There's a lot of reading, so that's, a
I haven't
problem.
read a single thing yet.
Oh, what?
I'm just kidding. I read part of Beowulf and The Knight's Tale.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, but it's all good.
All right, decide whether each relation defines a function. Give the domain and range. So
I
20,
just like to read though. See, it's really hard for me. Like I don't understand reading.
2, 5,
I don't
3,
do
7,
I'm not a good writer.
3, 9, 5, 11.
So what makes it a function?
If the x values are not repeated.
They don't repeat.
So this is also not a function.
Okay,
All
so
like this.
sort of. So 3 is repeated, so it's not a function. But we still can list domain and range. So domain and range.
Oh.
So the domain values are what? We
2,
don't.
3, and 5.
Yep, and we do not write repeated ones. Like we don't write them twice. We only write them once.
Range is 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Yep.
Okay. This is just amazing. Love to see it.
Wait, did you say you want us to be a teacher if you're not a lawyer?
I don't know, girl. I might just be a janitor or professional volleyball coach. I don't know. Just kidding. Definitely not a janitor, and I would love to be a volleyball coach, but I don't think like as a full-time volleyball coach. So, but I can't really do. It's a lot. Like being a coach, having family, and being a lawyer, that stresses me out. Also, I hate reading. So.
24.
Being a teacher, then I get summer. I go to the beach.
You have no money.
I know. I'm gonna be broke. I want to be allowed to go to the beach.
You're not.
If teachers got paid more, I'd hear them sound be a teacher.
All right, so this one they give you a table instead. Okay, so is this a function?
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is a function.
Domain
Nothing repeated.
0, 1, 2. Range.
Domain 0, 1,
Negative
2.
1, -2. Oh wait, I wrote it backwards. -2, -1, 0. Whoops. Actually, one of my other top 5 is like maybe like a counselor for a school or like a PE teacher or something in sports management.
Something
So-
in sports management could be cool.
I think that the lawyer thing is out the window, but I still put it on my sheet. Because technically I'm going there. So for y'all. We'll see. I don't know, but I don't want to say undecided. That makes me look dumb.
I'm going for environmental science. Hopefully that'll lead to marine biology.
Actually, I want to be a lawyer. I decided.
Yeah, yeah you do.
Very indecisive
Big
about it.
money. Big money, and then you can be a volleyball coach on the side.
Oh, yeah. My husband better do nothing.
Cause how cool?
Stay at home dad.
How cool would it be to be like, yeah, my wife like owns a law firm and is like a top club.
I'm going to
coach.
be Plumley, but not Plumley.
What?
The Stonebridge coach is a lawyer,
Oh.
and he's a volleyball coach.
Yeah, so you could do that.
He
Be
has
like,
his own firm, but he's also very arrogant, so I don't know.
well, just be like him, but like, don't let's.
Don't be mean.
Yeah, don't be arrogant. Like, just have somebody to like keep you in check.
What points are you graphing here?
I'm graphing, it was in the book. I'm just copying it over.
It's a function
Shut up, Ethan.
of 4
Why is it a
Can we
function?
do this on a test?
because it passed the vertical line test.
Okay, passes the vertical line test.
Okay, I did it. I did the test.
Vertical line test. I'm just shortening it.
I like
Still
the last-
need domain and range, so what would the domain be?
Well, I don't know what the numbers are.
Well, if a parabola has the domain of what?
0.
Are there any values a parabola cannot take on in terms of x?
All real numbers.
All real numbers.
So all real numbers. I love doing this thing.
The range is what?
Or
So what values can y take on in this graph?
No real numbers.
Can it be up here?
The range is 4. Negative infinity to 4.
Negative infinity to 4.
That is a stinky.
Okay, because everything down here would be included up to 4, but nothing past 4.
I'm watching a soccer game tonight.
where?
I'm gonna watch my
I'm
YouTube.
watching the NBA games right
Who's playing?
My best friend's brother.
Oh.
All right, decide whether each relation defines y as a function of x. So basically, for each x value, there can only be one y value that comes out of it.
He's sixth in his like little conference thing for like most goals scored, like in the out of the entire like thing. It's like wow, okay.
Where's he go again?
He is. I don't even know. I'm gonna be completely honest. He's a defender.
Okay, here
All right.
we go.
Like
This
Y
is-
equals negative 6x plus 4. So
It's a function.
y is a function of x. This is a function. Okay, because if for each x value, there's only one y value that's going to come out of it.
Wait, if you can graph it and it'll still.
Well, yeah, that's going to graph a line, so any line's going to be a function.
Okay.
But you're looking for, if I plug in like x equals 2, for example, that I'm only going to get out one possible y value when I solve it.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not good at functions.
40.
Well, yeah,
X
but just
minus-
because I love something doesn't
X
mean-
minus y is less than 4. So I would get y by itself first, and then I would proceed. So how do I get y by itself?
You subtract x.
So negative y is less than negative x plus 4.
And then divide by -1.
And what happens when I do that?
Y equals x minus 4.
Not equals.
No. Y is less than.
What happens
Negative.
when I, divide by a negative, we flip the sign. So would this be a function? For every value of x, do I only have one value of y?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Not a function.
If it's a greater than that's what I'm saying. It's gonna have to be
So there's more than one value when I plug in, let's just say 2. Okay, then I have negative 2 on the right side. So any y value bigger than negative 2 would work. So this one is not a function. Okay, now for 38, the domain would have been all real numbers because it's a line, and the range would also be all real numbers because it's a line.
I forgot how to graph. I'm slow. I didn't remember.
You get your head in the game.
I know it's like put the 4 on the y-axis. I forgot if it's like up and left or down. Oh no, that's the same thing.
So
Still a lot. You gotta
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just give me left 6 up 4.
I forgot how like
So we have at 4. So negative slope is going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, and then you would do it again, but I'm here for your paper.
Okay, I also have something for you to take home to your mom for her for tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ew. My friend's dog got groomed and it looks ugly.
My dad is having a crisis about what shirt to wear tomorrow. And I was like, Dad, he wants to wear an Averett shirt. Then I was like, that is so dumb. No. Then he wants to wear, because he has a really nice,
So wear that to your Averett senior night.
I know. That's what I said. And then he was like, I want to wear this shirt. And I was like, no. Then I was like, why don't you just wear like a navy blue polo or something? I was like, okay.
My dad was like talking to me too. He was like, do I need to dress up for this? And I was like, no, just don't look like you came off the side of the road.
I would just say like a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Guys are weird.
Yeah, my dad was like freaking out. I was like,
So was my dad. I told him to just lay out all his options.
I was like, this is different.
The
So
whole
then last
closet.
year he had to do this with my brother, and like that was forever ago. I was like, Dad, you need to calm down.
All right. Square root. If you plug in a value for x, how many values of y do you get in this particular scenario?
2.
I
If
don't
I if I plugged in 2 for x,
Oh.
how many y values do I have?
1.
1. Okay, so is this a function?
Yes.
Function. Now, what is the domain of a square root? Or what values can a square root not take on?
I was about to say 2.
I can't tell you.
Can a square root be positive?
Yeah.
Can it be 0?
No.
You sure?
Yes, it can. 'Cause 0.
Can it be negative? No. So we set the inside greater than or equal to 0, and we solve. So negative 2x is greater than or equal to negative 7. X is less than or equal to 7 over 2. So our domain is negative infinity to 7 over 2, including. I'm not worried about the range for these. I just care about the domain. So.
I don't like this stuff.
You don't? I thought you just said you liked this. All right, the last ones, they give you an equation for f of x and one for g of x, and then they just tell you what to plug in. So I'm going to do 2 of them, and that is it.
I want to be at the beach.
It's too cold for that.
Are you crazy?
No, not like now, but like I want to be like warm, and I want to be at the beach right now. Like,
Right. F of x is, this is for all of this section of problems. F of x is equal to negative 3x plus 4. So for f of negative 3, we're replacing x with negative 3 anywhere we see it. So negative 3 times negative 3 plus 4 is what? 13. Fantastic.
sorry, it took me a minute. I didn't really call that the other night.
58. G of negative 1/4. And we're told that, I should have written this down here. G of x is equal to negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. So we have negative and then parentheses negative 1/4 squared plus 4 times negative 1/4 plus 1.
So that's negative 116 minus 1 plus 1. The answer is negative 116. Negative 116.
Amazing. Go team.
One more.
Well, I got you in a
Maybe
second.
you aren't gonna be a star.
I get it.
He wants to redeem himself. We'll look at the increasing and decreasing ones tomorrow. It's just going to be looking at it in the book and just talking through them, so they don't need to be in the homework.
Is this homework due Friday?
Yeah, you'll have tomorrow to work on it. I'm going to be nice.
Thanks.
All right. 11,
How much you like for this actual?
13, what's happening? 19,
Where do you need to go?
Me too. I want to go somewhere.
Did you go to the gym today?
23,
I'm not going tomorrow. Well, I say that.
31. 37, 39, 45, 53, and 55.